Good morning. Thanks for joining us. I'm going to share something from a book that's written by Philip Yancey and Brenda Quinn. It's called Meet the Bible. And it's kind of a commentary. It has 366 readings, and it just has a passage of scripture, and then either Philip or Brenda give kind of commentary on it. I want to give props to them. And if you're looking for like an overview of the Bible, I think this is a really good one. And I've read the Bible a lot, and I learn a lot from this book. So I want to talk to you about Psalm 19 this morning. It's a psalm of David's, and it has a couple of David's favorite themes: God's care for the earth, and then God's care for his people. So the first couple of verses say this: the heavens declare the glory of God. The skies proclaim the work of his hands. Day after day they pour forth speech. Night after night they display knowledge. There is no speech or language where their voice is not heard. Their voice goes out into all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. What's he saying? He's just saying creation just kind of screams about how glorious God is. That's what Romans chapter 1 says. I have a chance this summer. I'm going to Big Bend National Park, and they say that it's like the furthest from any major metropolitan area, and so you're supposed to be able to see the stars spectacularly there. But the skies just declare the glory of God. Abraham Lincoln said, I can understand how someone could look at the earth and be an atheist, he said, but I don't understand how anyone could look to the heavens and not believe in a creator. But then he shifts from calling him God, which is kind of like more of a generic, and then he goes to Yahweh. He goes to that relational name, that covenant name that the people had with God. And he says the law of the Lord. Now he's calling him the Lord. That's Yahweh. The law of the Lord is perfect. He goes on to say, though, that who can discern his errors? Forgive my hidden faults. You ever feel that way? Like sometimes we have so many defense mechanisms, and we just try so hard to not see our own things. But forgive my hidden faults. Keep your servant also from willful sins, when we know things are wrong. May they not rule over me. Then I will be blameless, innocent of great transgression. David loved the revelation of God, whether it was in nature or whether it was through Scripture. We can be the same way today. I'm not a tree hugger, but one of the things that brings me joy is because I'm really into nature. I really am. I love going to national parks. Going to add on, God willing, add on 3 this summer in Texas and New Mexico that I've never been to before. And I just feel so blessed to be able to go and to see that. But it does my heart good to know that Heidi is getting more into watching the birds in the backyard. She gets about as excited as I do. Hummingbird feeders out there. There's been some hummingbird sightings, or at least that's what she tells me. I haven't had a chance to see them yet. Nature, just, you see the glory of God, you see the beauty of God. And we can see it in people as well. We certainly see it in Scripture. I love how the psalmist ends Psalm 19. There are verses that I memorized when I was in college. May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be pleasing in your sight, O Lord, my rock and my redeemer. I remember reading my pocket New Testament, and it had Psalms in there, at the bottom of the Grand Canyon. The first time that Craig and I got to the bottom, we hiked all the way down and all the way out in a day. And we were down there, and we just took a little time to have a little quiet time. And I remember reading something at the base of the Grand Canyon talking about my rock, which it says multiple times in Scripture. And I'm looking up at the red rocks of the Grand Canyon reading that. It was just an awesome moment. It was back in the mid-90s, so it was a long time ago, but I've never forgotten it. May you find God to be your rock today. May you see His glory expressed in the created world around you, in the people that are around you, and may you find it in His revealed truth in Scripture. God bless you. Have a great day.